Well, she had to get the Shelby out today, so she got her out. Yeah. Fun till Daddy takes his Shelby away. I think she'd beat me or shoot me in my sleep, or I don't know. She'd probably do something bad to me. But it's out. It's out. Man, this is a long light. Man, this light's like way too long. Oh, there it is. She's got her. Get her done, baby. Get her done. Yeah, I'm driving behind her. We just went and picked it up. All right, guys. What's going on, my YouTube friends? Well, this morning we went, and well, it wasn't this morning. It was actually lunchtime. We went and picked up the wife's car, got out of storage, took it over to a buddy of mine's. He's going to detail it for a little bit, you know, from sitting on winter, get all the dust and stuff out of it. And, yeah. So we did that. And I come back in here, and I am working on the Fairmont a little bit. So let's take a look and see where we're going. Oh, my teeth, oh, for a minute, they look black. All right, let's take a look here and see what I got done so far. Guys, I'm going with Rust-Oleum. That's what I started with. And I was told that if you go with Rust-Oleum, you might as well stick with it, unless you feel like stripping the paint completely off of it. So this is where I'm at. So, yep, I went and got some Rust-Oleum. I got some primer. See up there? Primer sealer. Oh, yeah, baby. So I got this all primed up right now, and it looks actually pretty good in primer. So I'm going to let it sit for the day, and then I'll spray some black paint on it. But yeah, like I said, is that a guy, when I was up at the store, he's like, well, he goes, did you strip it? He says, because Rust-Oleum is a pain in the butt. I see, I'm seeing that. And so he said, might as well stick with Rust-Oleum if that's what you're going. He goes, Rust-Oleum is a good paint. Problem is, it doesn't play well with others, and we have found that out. So, anyhow, I got everything on this side in primer. I haven't touched the other side yet. I'm still going to prime it and paint it again also. Of course, I only did that. The other side's only done in Rust-Oleum, so I shouldn't have any problem, any issue with it. So, I just figure I'll show you what I've done for the day, and as soon as I get back in the house, I'll let this dry a little bit, and I'll get back in the house, and we'll talk about this a little bit more and my plan. Wow. Man, I'm telling you what. That paint stinks. Anyhow, I don't know how these body men can do it. But anyhow, I guess they're better men than I am. So, yeah, I stopped at the store, and I was talking to the guy about different paints and stuff like that. And take this thing off, and was talking about different paints and stuff like that. And I told him, I says, well, you know, I don't know what I put on there to begin with. I said, but then when I put Rust-Oleum on there, man, it looked bad. He goes, yeah, Rust-Oleum doesn't play well with others, and if you're gonna paint it with anything besides Rust-Oleum, strip it. I said, oh, well, I really don't want to strip it. And he goes, well, then make sure you clean it up good, and make sure you wipe it down, you know, with some lacquer thinner or something like that, and get all the junk off of it, then prime it, and let it dry good, and then paint it. So that's what I'm doing. So I got the primer on there, and got it all primed up nice and pretty, and then tomorrow we'll shoot some black paint on it, and hopefully it looks pretty, you know. So I ain't got to do it again. But if I got to do it again, I'll do it again. We'll get it right one way or the other. But, yeah, you know, I mean, I got a lot of plans for this car. And I've bought a lot of parts. I've showed you I bought a lot of parts for that car. And, you know, right now I'm kind of like stumped what I should do. If I should just go ahead and build the rear end, or start buying some of my electronic stuff. I don't know. I don't know what I should be doing. Should I go ahead and buy the block now? No, I don't need to buy the block. It's just going to sit. So I think the best idea would probably be get all the suspension, front and rear, done. I got most everything I need for the suspension. All I need now is just to build this rear end. And the axles are like almost $500. The differential that I'm wanting is another $500. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of $500 thrown at that rear end. I already had the rear end done with the 9-inch rear ends. I've had the tubes welded up, and so I've had everything done on that end. I just need to take it to Team Z and have them do their powder coat on it, and that's $150. And start buying the parts and have my buddy put this thing together for me, because I ain't good at putting rear ends together, you know what I mean? It takes some talent there, you know, and that's talent I don't have. Yes, I did. So anyhow, so I'm just, you know, I'm kind of like stuck in between. Should I just go ahead and finish the rear end and finish getting my shocks for the rear end and have all the suspension parts done? I have everything for the front, all right? I have everything for the front as far as bushings, bearings, springs, struts. I got it all, you know, and so I think that my next step is going to be the rear end. And then once I get the rear end and stuff like that, and I get all the front end put on it, I can set it back on the floor. But before I set it back on the floor, or the ground, whatever you want to call it, I do need to get the bottom of that car painted. I do need to get that done before I said, because at least on the rotisserie, I can angle it and I can get her done. You know, so the inner fender wells, it's gonna be black. The inside engine compartment, so far I still want to go with the color of the car. So I mean, I got big plans for this car, man, and little budget. So it's going to take a little longer than most people with money. They can just start throwing it in. I mean, I got the money if I don't pay all my bills. You know what I mean? But I'll be living in a ditch somewhere, and where am I going to work on the Fairmont then? You know? Yeah. So, but, you know, I'm going to pay my bills first. But anyhow, so I got a lot to do. But so what do you guys think? You guys think I should just go ahead with the rear end and get it all buttoned up back there in the back, and get the bottom painted up, and then set it on the ground, and then go forth with the wiring and the engine and stuff like that? I'm going to put a nice interior in the car. You know, I mean, the car's going to be street, show, race, whatever. I mean, I'm going to have fun with it any way I can. You know what I mean? Yeah, buddy. So, I mean, what do you think? So I should just move on to the rear end and buy the axles and get the differential and stuff like that, which is going to come one piece at a time, unless I sell something else. Let's see, what else can I sell? Yeah. So today, you know, tonight's my last day of work for the week. Tonight's my Friday, and so that means tomorrow I'll come home, sleep, and then I'm either going to start working on the Miata, or I'm going to do the other side of the Fairmont. The other side, the passenger side, the inner fender well there. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet. I was kind of waiting to save the Miata until Saturday, because I got all day and no interruptions, you know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking probably Saturday I'll probably work on the Miata. And tomorrow after I get up, I'll probably go out in the garage and work on the Fairmont. Unless somebody else has got something for me to do, which usually comes up. So anyhow, hey, you know what? I appreciate you guys watching. I appreciate all my old subs, my new subs. You guys are awesome. And hey, we'll see you guys later. And thanks for watching. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I had to get the wife's car storage today. She just, you know, she had to have it today. So we got it out. And then a buddy of mine, I took it to his detail shop, and he's going to clean it up for me, which the car really didn't need to be cleaned up. But I figured good wash and, you know, make it look pretty for her. But yeah, so at least I get the red truck back now. Unless unless it rains or something, which, you know, we're in the rainy season. So, all right, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening to my jib jab.